Hello.
Hi,
Welcome to
Socially Unsocial. I'm your host, Patti,
I'm
and
your host Danielle, and now I don't know why my mic is not sounding like I want it to sound. Maybe it's just my voice. We're recording the day after our fundraiser, so it was a late night for us.
wait, how late did you stay out? I didn't hear.
I think we got home at 12:30.
How did you make it to Rookies and like hang out and then go home?
Because we only stayed. Well, I drank water, but Jay had 2 beers. I think we were home by 12:30. I don't know. I got home. I shoved
We
another.
left the venue at 11. Yeah, we left the venue at 11.
Oh, so maybe we got home by 1:30.
Maybe it doesn't matter. We both just had late nights.
I don't know. I just ran in the door. I took my makeup off in my car.
You did? How do you do that?
So I keep makeup remover wipes in my car. So that way it's one less thing I have to do when I get home. So that's like a little hack that I have that I do.
That's so
I
crazy.
keep dental floss in my car too. So I floss my teeth when I'm at red lights.
So I do my makeup in the car. That's what I do at stoplights. So that's my life hack going places. And then my other life hack about, on the way home from someplace, I just walk in and just go to sleep. I do not wash my face. I don't take off my makeup. If it's a rough situation and I'm tired, I'm out. Peace. I'll deal with it the next day.
Yeah, I try not to do that.
Yeah, it's horrible.
But then today, so I was driving here and I was talking to my mom and I'm like, oh my God, I don't know if I brushed my teeth today. And she's like, what? I go, I don't know. Like, if I'm trying to remember, like flashing back this morning, did I brush my teeth? I said, because either I didn't or I drank too much coffee where my teeth feel disgusting.
Oh, yeah, like all over again. Yeah, that's how you know you've like had a rough morning. Or like if I'm like, wow, I didn't comb my hair today before I left my house. Like that's just rough. My hair is always in a bun, but still.
Yeah, well, you have really long hair, so that's like would probably be a thing.
Fine.
But I feel like would be the least of my concerns.
Brushing your teeth.
Brushing my teeth.
Who's getting that close to you? And how? I mean, after coffee, your breath smells like coffee. Everyone brush your teeth, okay? Like I'm not advocating for not, but I also
don't you ever like talk to someone and you're like, oh God, their breath stinks?
No, I guess I don't really talk to people that much, like throughout my days.
Oh my God. I feel like at least once a day I'm talking to someone and I'm like, shit, your breath is rank.
Well, because you're a realtor. So yeah, you're meeting all sorts of people and making all sorts of deals. I'm not.
I guess I should, I don't know. Or because I have a nose like a canine and I smell everything, maybe?
That's how I was when I was pregnant. My senses were literally through like on fuego. I could smell you from across the room, like being pregnant, it was like a superpower.
Oh, well, then thank God I've never been pregnant because I would be like sniffing out everything. Oh. I wouldn't be able to be around at myself at this point.
Oh my God. Also, the deodorant situation with wait, I'm blanking, but what don't we aluminum? We don't want aluminum in our deodorant.
No.
Oh my gosh, it's so rough because what deodorant works? Are we just applying like every 2 hours and everyone's just okay with that in order to not smell on this safe deodorant?
I think at this point, deodorant might just be like a hoax. Like, does it really work? Well, and does the ones you're supposed to use versus the ones you're not using work?
What are you using that's not?
I switched over to native.
Animal beef.
Done with the animal beef.
No aluminum, no conspiracy theory. Yeah. What is it? Deodorant.
It's supposed to be, sulfate free, paraben free, all the stuff that you're not supposed to have in like your deodorant, your shampoo, conditioner.
Oh God, why do they even sell us that stuff?
I have no idea.
So annoying. I think back to my herbal essence days. Remember those commercials? Those were so risky.
Do they make herbal essence anymore?
I think they do.
So they just got so popular they don't need commercials anymore? Or is it because I don't have cable I don't see the commercials?
Probably because we don't have cable anymore that you don't see the commercials. But I think that they're still on shelves. Tresemme and Garnier like definitely took over. But I don't know, guys. Do you who uses herbal essence still? And is it the rose kind? What kind did you use? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
Okay, well, those commercials should have been canceled. Like, I was 9 watching that. That was
But
aggressive.
you used herbal essence.
Yeah, because it smelled phenomenal.
Oh, it wasn't
was
because you thought
cake.
you were going to start screaming in the shower with all this?
I had no idea. I was just like so confused. I was like, okay, this woman, like, her hair feels good. What are you doing? I had no idea. But it actually, that shampoo like left your hair so smelling so good.
Yeah, it did.
I bet you that Jen, she admits that she doesn't listen to our podcast. One of our like closest friends, literally, we like started the podcast like with her in mind, almost like praising her because she's a decade sober and we are like so proud of her. But yeah, basically she told me that she doesn't listen. And
she doesn't do a lot of things, so let's not hold. Let's not be offended. Yeah, we know our audience.
I thought it was her. But anyways, her hair smells, if you know her, you already know what I'm about to say. Her hair smells so good all the time. How does she do it?
Because she washes her hair every day. And she's like obsessed with oh my God, how did I forget?
Not blow drying it.
Country apple from fucking Bed Bath & Beyond.
No, it's not the country apple I'm smelling. It's legit her shampoo.
It's probably country apple shampoo.
Do they make that?
Walking into Bed and Bath. What is it? Bed Bath & Beyond? No.
Bath and Body Works.
They went bankrupt.
Bath and Body Works.
Bath and Body Works. I will leave there nauseous. I can't even walk into that store. It's very overwhelming with smells.
I don't have time. If they could do a pickup, sure, I would do that. I don't browse that store, so I don't know how it smells. Is it like, as bad as Abercrombie?
When's the last time you went to Woodfield?
I've been to Woodfield Lululemon a lot recently.
Okay, but do you walk, even just walking past that store,
I guess
Bath and Body Works, it's like,
well, here, you and your nose, sure. I'm sure that it really is upsetting for you. For me, I probably don't notice it as much.
Probably not.
Unless I were
more
pregnant.
Things bother me than they bother you. So we've already established that.
Yeah.
But before we get too sidetracked, we just want to say last night was amazing. Oh God, no, today is Monday. So last Thursday was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
We had our first live event. It was funny because some people really thought they were coming to listen to me and Patti talk for 3 hours. And I'm sure they were all relieved when that didn't happen.
I love that anybody showed up without the guarantee that we weren't doing like a full podcast episode and them just like listening.
I wonder, were any of you disappointed that we didn't? I would love to hear from you.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. I'm sure they were just like waiting for us to talk more. I'm sure most of them were like, well, no, I mean, we were funny. It was fine.
Were we funny?
Yeah.
Okay.
I laughed at you.
Okay, good. I laughed at you. But yeah, we had such an amazing turnout and we totaled up what we surpassed our goal. We don't even really know if we had a goal. We were just hoping to like give at least a couple $100 to mental health awareness.
No, here's the thing. Here's what our goal was, to cover the cost of the space.
Yeah.
And if the two of us had to, pull together a few $100s to donate, we would have done that. So really, our expectations were low because we had no idea what this was going to be. And when you started this all, I'm just so glad that I just didn't say no more than I did. or that you didn't listen to me. Because at one point, I literally think you wrote back to me in a text like, you are being so like negative and Debbie Downer about this. And I said, because it's really hard to corral people for things like this. I mean, I'm like at my wit's end of trying to get events happening, but man, partnering with you and seeing our listeners and the community like kind of come together was a dream.
Yeah, the feedback, people loved it. They loved that it was in February because there's usually nothing going on. It's such a dead month. Mm-hmm. So like, bravo for picking February.
You're like, pat on my back because I picked a good month.
Well, I think that was collaboration because we were talking about Galentine. So
yeah,
that worked. And I think people really had a good time just kind of mingling. The raffles were amazing. The people that came up and supported us that way by donating stuff, helping small businesses just with a little bit of marketing and advertising. And then the vendors, I mean, the permanent bracelet lady killed it. And Alyssa, yes.
C Collective, I think on Instagram, we'll tag her.
Yeah. She gave us some of our proceeds. She gave us $60 towards the final
which is really great.
We raised $1,370, guys. Woo! So thank you, everyone who showed up, bought a ticket, bought raffle prizes. It was just, I think it was surreal. And I feel like I'm, anytime after an event, it's like I'm not hungover from alcohol. It's just emotionally and physically like just draining to be a part of something that's bigger than yourself and just watching the people show up around you. And the best thing, I had a conversation with one of my aunts and she was like, just so you know, like I didn't show up because I thought I had to show up for you. I wanted to show up. Aww. And there's like a difference. And to hearing that people felt like they didn't feel obligated to show up because they really wanted to be a part of something. And I think that's just the goal in life, is just to feel a part of something. And some people feel more a part of things than others. And again, that's kind of where this podcast stemmed from, starting to make sure that like everyone has an outlet and everyone feels wanted and everyone feels loved. And I hope everyone in that room on Thursday night really felt it, because again, it's consistency. So, hey, if it works, maybe we're not going to do 4 events a year, because believe me, it does get exhausting and it does get expensive for everybody. But if we can do that once a year, bring everyone together for a good cause and just have some fun and some laughs, and even make it, they bring their significant other this time and, make it a night out, because sometimes people need an excuse to have a night out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was really great. I think anytime that you carve out time to like spend with friends, like it just feels good. And there was people there that didn't know many people in the room. And then there was people there that knew everybody in the room almost. So it was really cool. It was an amazing mix. And yeah, next time I think maybe like bringing in the more male interests. And I'm sorry, but all the raffles were amazing. All the gift cards from local restaurants, Lucky Monk, Nectar, First Place, I Smell Bacon, Star Cinema, the movies like Giorgio's, everywhere was, it was great.
Yeah.
And tag us when you use your like raffle winnings, tag us, put our names on there so that we can be excited for you that you are relishing in your winnings, because that was pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly. So if you, especially I think when you're doing something for a good cause and then you get something out of it, it's
Love
even,
that.
A double bonus.
Sweetness.
Yeah.
And going back to that Friends episode where you never do like a selfless deed. And we're sitting here
selfless act. Yeah.
Like we're raising money. We're like, listen, this is for a great cause, but also like put a microphone in our hands and let's laugh a little bit.
Exactly. And if you're not listening, listen. Okay.
Wait, at one point, it was so funny. My friend goes, so I tried to go up and get a drink from the bar at one point, and the bartender was like, sorry, I can't serve. They're talking.
Oh, really?
Did you tell the bartender not to serve?
No.
Like, at a wedding, my dad was adamant that at our wedding, the bar could not close down for dinner. He was like, no, you don't just have wine on the table. Like, keep that bar rolling. Which, like, yeah, it all makes sense because he loved to drink.
See, another reason to love Lexi. We didn't tell her that.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. She was like, sorry. I don't know if she was listening so intently and maybe. She didn't want to listen.
Yeah, hopefully she's a new listener. Yeah, and the space was amazing. Thank you, Moretti's and Elgin. Thank you, Jim Early, for giving us his friends and family discount to kind of donate the space for us, because we didn't really know what to expect. We promised him 30 people,
and we had what? 60 something?
Yeah, well, we had 43 confirmed, and then a lot of people kind of just showed up just to buy some raffle tickets and have some drinks, and just to be a part of it. It was kind of last minute, and that's what I told you. A lot of people don't like to plan things.
Scared of commitments,
and it's like, oh, it works, I'm bored, let's get out of the house. So,
well, here's my thing. I will not only will I commit, but if I like need to put it on my calendar, I can't just say, oh, I'll see how I'm feeling that day, because I'm not thinking of you that day,
What? You're not thinking of me all the time?
No. And then there were some people that were like, oh, what event? And I'm like, I'm so annoyingly posting it on my Instagram and social media. Where have you guys been? But, maybe next time I'll just like send a few text messages to the people that I know didn't see it this time around. But
well, I think too, which was great. We had Nikki. Is it Nick?
Nick's Clicks.
Nick's
Nicole.
Clicks. Yeah, Nicole.
The photographer.
So we have going to have photos of the event. So I think that'll help because some people are just like, they don't know what to expect. And then everyone just has that same feeling when you walk into a room. Even if you come with like a friend or two, it's like, oh, I'm going to be in a room with a bunch of people I don't know.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have awkward conversation, or I'm going to look like an idiot because I'm going to be sitting in the corner with my thumb up my butt and all these. And so everyone has this like, this constant thought.
I don't think I've ever thought to myself, oh, I don't want to go because I'm nervous because I'm in the corner with my thumb up my butt.
Not literally, hopefully.
Is that like a sign of boredom in your mind?
Yeah, like I'm just going to sit there and everyone's going to think like I'm a bump on a log.
I think the term, okay, bump on a log, sure. I think the term is twiddling my thumbs in the corner, not my thumb up my butt.
Wait, are you saying you've never heard it?
Never.
You've never heard saying you're just going to stand there with your thumb up your butt?
Stick up your ass, I've heard.
Oh my God. No, really? Okay, guys, have you heard of thumb up the butt?
Okay, I would just want to just take that audio. Have you ever heard of thumb up your butt? What is it? That's a sign of boredom? This is
or like stop standing there and doing nothing. Wait,
of course I
please
stop.
Get comfortable. She has a blanket. She's cold, and she was so excited that it just came out of the dryer. So there's like probably like heat rising from her vagina over there.
The heat waves have gone on. They're no longer present, and now I'm cold, and I'm losing. My foot's falling asleep because I'm trying. You know what? You're the one that wanted to start the YouTube video, so I need to make sure that I'm in the frame.
Oh yeah.
The first half, I think I was covering the screen with my phone because I was just like talking and not thinking. Do you guys watch our YouTube?
Michelle does.
Thanks, Michelle.
Yeah. So we have to do more like crazy. Yep. See,
you did Flash.
Watch YouTube and go see what face Patti just made. She put her thumb up her butt.
Just sitting there. So yeah, I do think a lot of people that came, I hope, were pleasantly surprised with how much fun and just sometimes when you just are around good people, it kind of spreads.
Oh, absolutely. And I think we played one game, truth or drink, and I think that really helped. Again, people that didn't want to. Fuck. With too much laughing, or is this like the hangover cough?
Yes, it is. I talk too much.
Jay always gets the hangover cough.
Are you just sitting there with your thumb up your butt?
I should just air this whole episode on YouTube, no cuts. I'll download this whole and be like, you guys want to see the deleted scenes? Head to YouTube.
Yeah, do it. Yes. Love that.
Yeah, so I think playing the truth or drink was because it made it a little bit more interactive. I feel like I felt bad too, putting some people on the spot. Like, oh, sorry, Debbie, Shannon's mom, who's like, I don't like to public speak. I don't want to be on the spot. And she was so apologetic that she just was freaking out about it. But it was okay. And we were okay with it. If we pulled your name and you didn't want to talk, that's fine. But I think also too, it was just fun to kind of get everyone to talk, mingle, and be a part of it.
Absolutely. Who doesn't want a microphone shoved in their face when they're just sitting there? No, like when you're at school and like the teacher calls on you, that's what that feeling is like.
But when the teacher calls on you, they're calling on you as something that you should have learned. And most of the time people don't want to answer because they don't know the answer. But if you're being like asked a question that it's like there's no right or wrong answer. But then again, this just goes back to like the psychology of people. Like you might know the answer, but
oh my God, baby, thank you so much.
That was very nice of you.
Love you. Mike looked so panicked for us. He's like, am I getting the wrath of Danielle? Or my son just walked in the room. But it was perfect timing because I also had to cough.
Yeah. Are you good?
Am I good? No. Cue jelly roll. I am not okay. No, I think I'm good now. Ooh. How do singers do it?
I have no idea.
Well, it's like so. I mean, it's just
I
a
think you have
lot.
to train your voice, and then you have to like drink all the things, and there's probably all the nature's cures.
Thank God I do not smoke anymore because my voice would not be able to handle it.
You would probably sound like the sisters from The Simpsons.
Oh my God. Pet peeve, The Simpsons. Always hated that show. Bart Simpson, the Butterfinger situation. What's the dad's name?
Homer.
Oh, Homer. What's the little baby? Marge?
Maggie. Marge is the mom. Okay. And Lisa's the annoying sister.
Lisa's the only one that I'm even remotely interested in.
Ew.
She's the cute. Wait, or am I thinking Marge? No, there's only 2 daughters, right?
Maggie is a little baby.
The baby.
That's been a baby for, I think it's the longest airing. It's the longest airing television show.
And they haven't aged.
They haven't aged. Maggie is still sucking on that pacifier.
Oh my God, so cute.
Yeah. Lisa hasn't grown an inch. Bart hasn't even gone through puberty.
Yeah, no, I hate that show.
Okay.
Hate it.
It doesn't do anything for me. Do you watch Family Guy?
Oh, yeah. No, okay. I say I watch it. I don't watch it, but he's funny.
Okay, yeah. Family Guy, I like it a little bit better than The Simpsons.
Oh, God, yes.
My brother was obsessed with The Simpsons. Like, The Simpsons was his life. Like, when people used to collect DVDs and, like, series, like, he had them all.
Which one did you ever have? A series of DVDs collection?
Oh, I think I did the OC.
Good one.
Criminal Minds.
Weird.
You know me and my psychological thrillers.
Or how many times can you watch the criminal, like, you know the killer?
Like Law and Order SVU.
Do you forget it though? Do you forget the outcome?
Yeah, sometimes. But then it's like, oh, you see something new, you learn something new, like you picked up on something.
Interesting.
Like USA and is like making money because people literally watch all the Law and Order SVU marathons all the time.
Yeah. I mean, those shows are good. CSI, though, is where it's at for me.
Oh, no.
Horatio. Oh, my God, he was so good. When he took off his sunglasses.
I don't think I ever saw CSI.
Oh, well, you're in for a treat because that's all me and my sisters. We would have, like, marathons at my parents' house when we were younger. Oh. Our house, I guess. And it was glorious those days.
Yeah, no.
So the first ever DVD collection of a show I ever got.
Gilmore Girls.
I've actually never watched that show.
Oh, okay. Sopranos.
No, but I'm picturing myself as like an 8th grader, like walking around with a leopard fur jacket. Like, is that how you saw me? What do you think I watched in 8th grade that I was so obsessed with?
I'm trying to think our age difference and then where I was in life.
Okay, that's tough. So you would be in like high school, sophomore year.
Yeah, because every time I met you, like, I didn't watch that. I didn't watch that. And I was like, wow. 90210?
Before my time a little bit.
I give up.
I mean, it's obviously a romantic show. You're going to kick yourself when I tell you because you're going to know it. Or maybe you won't. Are you guys ready?
We're sitting at the edge of our seats waiting.
What I want to do was, I'm trying to think of the theme song.
Can you give me a quote?
I'm trying to think of the theme song because you would know.
Friends?
No. Shit. What was it? No one's going to care. No one's going to care long enough, but I have to do this. I have to look up the theme song because now
Sex in the City.
No, I had that one, but that was my number 2. That was man, what was it? It was Paula. What the hell is her name? Okay, you know what, you guys? I just wasted everybody's time.
Yeah, thank you for that.
I don't. It's worth the wait. Okay.
One Tree Hill.
No, One Tree Hill was after this. This is like. Oh, it's not it.
I was like,
I don't want to wait. Lives to be over.
Dawson's Creek.
I couldn't find it, and then I started playing the David Guetta. I don't want to wait.
You were a creaker, huh?
Were you not?
No, I was a creaker. And I actually just rewatched it not too long ago.
Yes, do it. I'm sorry, but Joey, Katie Holmes.
Yeah.
I like tried to talk like her. Why does she only talk out of one side of her mouth?
Did you ever see someone, is it Anne Hathaway? or Natalie
Ariana
Portman.
Grande
does her too, but there's someone else that does her too. So it's funny. There's a lot of people, other celebrities that impersonate her in the way she talks.
Oh my gosh. It's so interesting to think of how much I loved her. And then when she married Tom Cruise, I thought it was so cool because we all grew up loving Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt, they were it.
Yeah.
And then she married him, and then, I mean, he's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
And then their poor daughter, and I'm just like...
Most celebrities are crazy.
What's sad to me, though, is that she was so much younger than him. Nobody knew that he was crazy at that point. Like, nobody could have saved her. You know?
If they belong to Scientology, that's the first cue to run.
Wait, you know who's that girl, Leah Remedy? Is
Remy.
That her? Huh?
I don't think it's Remedy. Here we go. Just butchering names.
Again.
Yeah.
Is there
Leah Remy?
Leah Remy? Are you sure?
I'm almost 100% positive.
Oh, weird. Okay. Well, her name, I love her on King of Queens.
Oh my God, so good.
Such a good show. I didn't realize that I was like cared less about physical appearance because I was so into that guy, Kevin. He's like so cute in that show.
It was a little mismatched for sure.
Well, I mean, I think that was like the whole point.
Right.
But I was like, yeah, sure.
No, but the dynamic, it was hilarious. And then
He's
obviously
amazing.
the old man in the basement. I mean, who doesn't love that?
The dad. You make it sound like he was locked down there.
I feel like sometimes he...
That was such a good show. That's a show I could watch over and over and over. But Dawson's Creek, for sure, that's the one that I would like set my VCR, my VHS, my VCR.
Your TiVo?
No, this is before TiVo. I didn't have TiVo growing like when I was this age. So I would have to set, and I have it on a VHS tape. And it's like Patty's Dawson's Creek.
Those were the days, right?
Seriously, all I wanted was to live on a creek and have a boy that I had a crush on that I could go on the canoe and go see.
Oh, yeah. Little small town living when you live next to the boy next door and then you grow up and you realize you're in love with him.
I know, right?
James Vanderbeek has some cancer. I think he's dying in real life. Something he just got diagnosed with.
That's really sad.
I know, because I was just about to talk shit about how I always just thought he was so ugly, but then I felt bad because now I heard he has cancer and he's dying.
You can still think he's ugly. I heard that he was like a jerk, so.
Well, it makes sense that his career never really took off after that.
Well, Pacey was it for me. I mean,
and now, oof, God, he looks so good.
He is so good looking.
Yeah.
But what show was he in? It began with an F. Dude, my brain is fried today. Anyways, he's in this show and it was amazing. I'm looking it up because if you haven't seen it yet,
recently?
No, I think it was a couple years ago, but Mike and I binged it. Oh my God. Wait, what's his name in real life? Joshua Jackson.
Fireflies?
No. It was like Figment of not Figment, but Fragments or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
I hope that you at home know.
You're probably not even close.
I'm probably not even. No, it's an F. I know it is because I always we watched it all the time.
Guys, I am going to apologize right now because I feel like this episode is all over the place.
Should we just start over?
And we have hangover brain.
There's one called The Affair, which was so good. If you haven't seen The Affair with Joshua Jackson, go find it. Go watch it. Also, what's that show?
All these questions. I thought this was going to be an easy podcast today. I didn't know I was signing up for Trivial Pursuit.
I've never played that in my life.
With all these questions?
Oh my God. What's the show with Adam Brody and the girl?
The OC.
Kristen Bell.
Oh, nobody wants this.
Nobody wants this.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And what about it? Now just naming off shows. Yeah. Mary Tyler Moore, The Golden Girls. What?
It's so good.
Okay.
It's so good. When we started the podcast, we told each other.
Did you finally finish it?
Yes.
Okay,
I finished it forever ago and I've been waiting to talk about it.
Oh my gosh. Well, you're just not good at finishing things.
I know. I'm on page 3 now of Let Them.
Oh, okay, Ivy. She's on page 3. We'll talk about this book next year.
Maybe I'll commit a few hours next week. Listen, I've been kind of busy because I have this crazy ass friend who wanted us to host and put together a fundraiser out of nowhere. We're a little busy.
Okay. So I'm going to set a date for like a brunch date where we're going to talk about Let Them. And if I provide you with some food and some champagne, will that motivate you to finish the book?
Oh my gosh, yeah, for sure.
But
let's do it before.
How many months do you need?
No, let's do it like 2 weeks.
Okay. Wow. Okay. You heard it here, folks.
Set the bar high. What's the date?
I think maybe we should wait till you get back from spring break. Like, do you realize March is next week?
You know what?
I know my audience.
I'm going on spring break, and I want to do it beforehand. So let's just do it before my spring break.
Okay.
Perfect.
How about this? I'm going to give you 1 week right now, and I'll check in to see how many pages you actually read, and then we'll gauge it from there.
I love that.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. So anyone who wants to be a part of this brunch and talk about Let Them, get on it, listen to the audiobook, read the book, just go and watch all the clips of Mel Robbins talking about it.
You know it. It's such a hot topic, but it was really great because I found this reel, and it was basically all about how it's like making fun of the Let Them theory. Like, you know, the IRS is coming after you because you haven't paid your taxes. And they're like, what do you do about it? And the girl's like, let them. What else was it? It was so funny. It was just like the most craziest things. And just to see her try to keep a straight face and be like, let them.
Yeah. They came up with a realtor edition of that too.
What? You have to reenact that.
I should.
They say that's how you go viral. You have to find what already went viral. Because what are the odds that you make something viral?
But to me, okay, I have a problem with that.
You just what?
Okay, so
Copycats?
A video goes viral, and now everyone wants to see everybody else do it. Dude. Like, where are our original thoughts? That's why I say, I'm like, I want to just come.
There are none.
And make a video that I do that I don't copy someone else, and we go viral that way.
Okay, so if you make a dance to Abracadabra by Lady Gaga, I think it would go viral.
I think you're just fucking with me.
No, I swear to God, that song I'm obsessed with. But I have yet to see like an actual good TikTok-y version of
Is this a new
dance.
song of hers?
Oh, man. You haven't heard it?
I feel
Abracadabra. Abracadabra, a la, ooh, la, la. Okay, she does it way better.
I can see my face right now. No,
not
I'm
good?
guessing if I heard it, I probably skipped it. I don't know. I guess I have to listen to it.
Maybe I didn't do it justice, or maybe like, I don't know.
Well, so on my Spotify, like when someone comes up with like a new album, it'll alert me. Be like,
I was not alerted.
Okay, be the first to listen, or like here's a sneak peek of the album.
Right.
So I feel like I always go through and listen to a few seconds of the song, and I was like, nothing got me going.
Next week on Friday, I'm doing a cycle class dedicated to Lady Gaga. If you're not doing anything Friday morning, 9:15, hit me up.
Oh,
and come hang out.
Is that March 7th? No, it's not.
No, God, not yet, right?
No.
The 22nd?
I was asked to do a career day on March 7th to talk about my career. So, no, we're still in February. We're not in March yet. So, next week is still February. Yeah, the 28th, I think it is. Right? Is there 28 days in February?
I checked out because a ding came on my cell phone.
Okay.
There's 28 days in February.
It's supposed to be on silent. This is supposed to be mine and your time.
How dare they? It's so annoying. Okay, the 28th is next Friday. Yep.
Okay.
Oh my God, you guys. I'm scared because I just looked at my calendar. Mike's going out of town. Pray for me. For a week.
Oh, I thought you said 2 weeks. Was it only a week?
Wow. No, not 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Anybody that once has help and then they lose that help for a brief period of time, like honestly, you're not prepared. You don't know how to live. You don't know how to do the jobs of all the people in the house. Like it's going to be a little bit rough. But what were you going to say?
Oh, go ahead. Finish.
But maybe, just maybe, I'm actually going to benefit because he is so like Danielle. Like literally Danielle came over today and the two of them are just bitching about how last night so-and-so's talking. And I was like, literally you guys are you guys in the relationship. And then Jay and I are here like, all we want is to be loved. We just want to have our best friend. And then you two are like, how, like, I'm talked out. I'm tapped out. How, like, what more do they want from us? You guys are so similar. So it might be okay because then I just get to like fully relax when I need to fully relax. I'm held accountable by
No one
nobody
standing over you, judging you.
Yeah, like, oh my god, if I leave something in the middle of the room, it's just left in the middle. I'm not even gonna say I'm not messy. I just like I don't see things the way that other people see things, like you or he might. Because then he like was like, why is this in the middle of the hallway? And I was like, oops, sorry. And I'll clean, like, I picked it up, got it out of his way. And then a second later, I went to shut the door to the podcast room and there was a bag somewhere and I didn't want it there. So I literally just threw it out there. And Danielle goes, pick that up. That's like the exact space that he just asked you to move something. And then so you moved it, you understood it. And then you took another thing and went to put it there. And I was like, oh my God, thank God you're here. Cause that would have been a thing, I mean,
maybe while he's gone, you're going to like turn into a little bit of Mike. And when he comes home, he's going to be like so impressed that you like held down the fort and like you channeled him, while he was gone. And
nothing's going to be more organized when he comes home. Fat chance.
All right.
So are you the type, well, obviously we all know Danielle's type. I'm talking to the listeners. Are you the type that needs things done in an orderly fashion? Like, are you the crazy one that you can't let anybody put stuff in the dishwasher? But like, if they do, you can be like, woosah. And then you still go and try to change it when they're not looking and you like have a system and you have an order. Because Mike literally will come and like swat me away. He's like, don't even try to load the dishwasher. Like he has a system.
Oh, so I'm not crazy about the dish. Jay is crazy about the dishwasher.
That's very weird. That's interchangeable with you too.
Mm-hmm. Like I load it and then he gets so angry. And I was like, okay, well, you put it in. And then when it starts to get full, then you can kind of maneuver things around. But sometimes we run it before it's 100% full, or sometimes we're just so busy and then it's overloaded.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, he doesn't like the way I load the dishwasher.
That's so interesting. So I remember hearing one time, and it really helped me, that like if you're the type that needs the dishes out of the sink or whatever, that and you're now have a roommate or a partner, that you just have to kind of sit back and be like, listen, it's going to get done. And if I'm the one with the problem where it needs to be done now, then I'm the one that has to do it. Because if you're trying to put that off onto your partner who's okay with doing the dishes in a couple hours or doing the dishes in the morning, like obviously there's a compromise. But yeah, Mike is opposite of me on that. So marriage for this long, like you're trying to figure out like ways to make it just work. So it's like somebody's just got to let go a little bit.
Opposites attract.
I know, for better or worse, man.
Because maybe if he was like married to someone who was exactly like him, it might be worse.
That'd be funny. I should tell him that. I'd be like, do you really want me to be just like you?
Because if you think about it, think of all your friends that are married. And would you say any of them married themselves?
No,
I don't think so.
No.
I think some maybe have a little bit more in common where like they're both maybe a little bit more laid back or a little bit more chilled or a little less high strung. But I feel like maybe in the way that they think or act, there's some major differences.
Mm-hmm. Like, do you feel like sometimes you are attracted to people that have qualities that you yourself are lacking? So you find like safety in it? Like 100% Mike is like secure and stable and strong in the ways that I'm not, and makes me feel like better and more equipped, because when I first met him, I saw those things, and whether it was subconscious or not, I was drawn to him.
But so if you're thinking about it though, the opposite of that, like what happens if you felt like you were the strong, secure one, and then you're looking at him like you're insecure?
No, I think
like
that Mike looks at me and says she's social, she's emotional and loving, and giving, and all these ways that he never thinks to do.
Got it. Okay.
And then, he's good with money and finances and he's the frugal one. And then I'm over here like, I don't need a budget. I'm going to do things when I need to and I'm not going to do things when I don't. I mean, it's just this weird back and forth all the time between he and I.
Well, I think that can either make a relationship super successful or it can make a disaster of a relationship.
Without communication. Right. Yes.
Because if
simpatico.
We're reading each other's brains today.
Our brains that are half there, half not.
But yeah, I don't think I would want to live with someone who's exactly like me. Because I feel like as much as I would love it in a moment, because like I feel like my life would have so much order. It would also be very boring.
That's really funny. I feel like my life, the first thing that came to my mind is just the music would be blasting. We'd be like, dancing around the halls and in the kitchen.
Chaos. There'd be nowhere to walk because you just have costumes laying around everywhere.
Which leads me to a high of the week.
Okay.
I forgot to talk about this the other night at the event, but really it was last night because we're filming. And then we post a few days later. Anyways, Mike texts me. Did I tell you this already?
No.
And he goes, what should I wear? What kind of like event, is this? And I said, I think like casual chic, be comfy, right?
Did he say, what does chic mean?
No. He said, is there a theme? And I just had to take a moment. My heart burst. And I was like,
he knows you so well and probably was so disappointed but very excited that there wasn't.
So it's funny because he knows me so well. That's so on brand for me to have had a theme. So 2 parts here. Part number 1 is that I wish I had told him. Who was I talking to? I wish I had told him that it was like a 70s disco theme. And I would have said, yeah, Mike, I set your outfit out for you. I bought it off because I'm the one that buys all the costumes, right? I bought it from Amazon. It's out. I would never do this to Mike because I threw him a surprise party once and he hated me. And I was like, why did I think that was going to be a good idea? Of course, anybody with a brain who knows him knows he's not going to like it. But I like forgot about that when I was planning it. His 30th.
It was all about you.
I was like, he's going to love it because who wouldn't? But he wouldn't. So, no, I would never want to like purposely embarrass him to that extent. That's not like, that wouldn't be fun for either of us.
It would have been so fun for me.
But could you imagine if I was like, yeah, it's a 70s theme. Make sure you wear X, Y, and Z. The bell bottoms are sequined.
Especially would have been perfect because you guys didn't show up together.
Right, because he had to come late. So it really could have worked. I also would have like in my head like put like streamers so when he like walked in, he wouldn't notice right away that nobody else was dressed like it. So that's part 1 of the whole theming thing. But part 2 is we went to a few different themed parties over like were they both in 2025? Have you been to a theme party lately? Like a dress up costume party, not on Halloween?
No, and usually I don't go to Halloween parties because I don't want to dress up.
Okay, yeah, Halloween, well, I love it. I'll always dress up, but something about a theme party for no freaking reason is so fun. So the first one was supposed to be done pre-Christmas. I think I talked about this. I went to like a murder mystery party, and then so we all got to be like dress up as elves or reindeer, I think it was. So fun. And Mike actually won for best costume, so that was cool.
Oh.
Yeah, and he did give me credit. He was like, my wife completely did my entire outfit, but he was Buddy the Elf.
Oh, well, who doesn't love that? Well, besides Orlando.
Wait, literally, did we talk about this already?
I don't know. Sometimes I just don't know the difference between reality and like fantasy and like stuff I say in my head and the things that I want to talk to you about that I forget and then the things we actually talk about. So I think we need someone in here like documenting our words. Like
seriously, like, yes, you guys literally have said the same thing. I love that because I kind of want to go back to the last time that we talked about the elf, like the movie, because we've talked about Orlando hating it. But okay, so we did that theme party, and then my friend Heather, she hosted a pre-ski party.
What the fuck is that?
Oh my god, it was
like amazing. You dress up in ski outfits?
Yes.
Isn't it like clunky and heavy and hot?
It was so good. So she got like a heated tent, and it was like half outside, half in her basement, and it was a riot. She's such a good party planner. So there was koozies that had like, you know, their names on it, like the pre-ski party of 2025. It was so fun. So theme parties are awesome. If you haven't done one or been to one yet, maybe like put it together with your friends. It doesn't have to get crazy.
Patti can start planning that one.
I will.
We'll have it next year.
Listen, somebody last night scared the shit out of me. I think it was Dominique, was like, yeah, Danielle said that you're planning the next one, the next fundraiser. I was like, oh dear God. I was like, please no. First off, she like showed up with like printed out a list as if we were like legit taking names at the door. Like she had the list of people that sign up, which of course you need a list, but I would have just been like, hey, I would just relied on my memory.
Oh yeah. Which you've stated a million times sucks.
Yep. So that's why I said it at the event. I'll say it again. Work smarter, not harder. Like link up with people and partners, marry people and partners and be friends with them that have the strengths that you don't have.
That's what Dominique's high of the event was. She said that she's like, I love Patti that said she just was riding on your coattails. So I think my sister doesn't feel alone. That's what she usually does.
She said to me, she's like, I love that you just like embrace it. She's like, how does it feel that she just like bosses you around and owns the moment? I was like, it feels glorious.
So for all you type A personalities out there that just don't feel like you fit in and everyone shames you,
find somebody with ADHD that also has kids and is like, just barely swimming the surface. Find us, save us. We'll make your event really, really fun. I don't know what I did to contribute.
You did. You showed up. You dazzled everyone with your personality and your pink jumpsuit. Is it a jumpsuit or is it more like a blazer suit?
You know what? I've actually never worn like a suit jacket situation. And I mean, it wasn't a full-on suit by any means, but I felt like
powerful. Dress for the job that you want
to have,
not the one that you have.
I felt like I was a podcaster. I felt good. I felt good. Yeah. So if you're thinking of buying the blazer or wearing an outfit that's so not you, just whatever, own it, channel it, fake it till you make it.
Like I said, everyone is mostly like looking at you because they're like, wow, that looks amazing, or wow, I would never be able to pull that off,
or wow, she looks like a bottle of Pepto-Bismol, but you know what? I'm going to keep being me so you can keep being you.
Yeah, exactly.
We're taking one for the team here every chance that we get. So that was a little bit of my highs.
Okay, did you have a low? I thought you said you had a high within your low.
Oh my God.
Or low within your high.
No. So I was recently at a party and we talked about it again the other night. I'm a grown-up and I've never been propositioned to be a swinger. And I swear to God, it was legit. Like, I swear to God.
What party were you at?
I can't say. I can't divulge the information because I would just feel bad. But literally, I looked at Mike's face, and I don't know if he really didn't hear the guy or the guy was drunk.
Did you know the guy?
Just met him that night.
Okay.
Yeah. Uh-huh. And Mike just like laughed. And then the guy literally was like, there's my wife. Is she okay? Like she's good for you or something like that. And I was like,
did you go to a swingers party without knowing you went to a swingers party?
No, I can say that for sure. But on the way home, we were questioning it. And I was like, there's no way because these people are so nice. Like, there's no way that they were swingers and invited us.
Are bad people?
You know what? It's just not the type of the host. Like, if somebody brings a hostess gift, I don't think that you're a swinger. Like, it just doesn't add up for me. I just don't peg them. Here's what. I've never met a well, now I have. But until, I'm like, I don't know what. So literally.
Huh, interesting.
Then, like.
Was he cute?
No. I mean, I don't find drunkenness, like, cute.
Okay, if he wasn't drunk and you saw him at 7-Eleven.
I met him once prior.
Okay.
And we didn't put two and two together. I didn't put two and two together that night. But I met him once prior at, like, a kid's function. I was like, oh, that's a handsome, doctor or whatever he is. Like, he's a handsome man.
Doctor?
Maybe. Oh, I think so. I think so. So I remember being like, oh, he's handsome. Cool. Thumbs up. You're good. Like, I did not give him a thumbs up or you're a good, because, like, I didn't give him any reason to want to flirt or anything. I'm not.
Were you wearing a shirt with a pineapple on it?
No. That's the sign for swingers, though?
That's why people think I'm a swinger.
I thought it was flamingo.
It's pineapples. Flamingos, I think, mean you're 50 years old.
Segue from swingers to being 50. Yeah, no. So needless to say, I will not be in a swinging situation.
So if that person hosts a party again, are you going back to just see and do your investigation work? Like, was this a swingers party? Did I miss out on the signs?
Like, do it for the plot.
That would have been my high of the week.
What?
If I got propositioned as like a swinger?
Well, on the way out, Mike, because I like was walking out and the man goes, "Hey, bye, lady." Like so drunk. And I was like, oh my God, get me out of here. Because half the reason I'm leaving at 10 and not staying until 11 is because I was really uncomfortable, just around him. And I was like, I'm just going to remove myself. I mean, 10's late enough, whatever. It was fine. And then we get out of the door and Mike comes out because I'm like standing there like, where is he? We need to like evacuate immediately. Like this is our chance to leave before the man tries to put his arm around me again and like talk whatever. And then Mike finally comes out and he goes, did he get you?
So that was his goal. Mike was lingering back just to see how it all played out
for the plot. He's like, listen, Patti can fend for herself. She's going to be just fine, but this is going to be great for her podcast to talk about.
Sure.
Like, it was the craziest thing. I have never in my life, it was so weird.
So the funny thing is a long time ago, we were at...
This happened to you?
No, so... This was so long ago. I stayed at a hotel, and I think it was in Bloomingdale, where Michelle got married.
Mm-hmm.
And they had that like cave bar, Izzy's and Moe's or whatever. And so we go into the bar, and there's like a bunch of people hanging out, and they're all wearing name tags. And I was like, and they were not very good looking people. They were like,
they never are, right?
So I'm like to the bartender, I'm like, what is this, like a high school reunion? Like, what is it? And he's like, this is the annual swingers convention we do here.
Nope.
And then so I'm looking around and looking at them, and I was like, I would not have sex with any of you. Like they were all gross. So then the person I was with was like, well, that's probably why they're swingers. Like, and they just find each other. Like,
I feel like I heard this story in real time years ago. I remember, and I just...
Because when, like, in movies, it makes it seem like all these swingers are hot with nice bodies. And
well, sure, in the movies.
So sexually experienced, and they're like, hey, yeah, I'm going to wow you. And then these people probably look like they were having sex for the first time.
Oh my gosh. Nope. They're at these conventions. I didn't know there was conventions, but you can't really like show up to a convention. What if somebody sees you that you know from like real life?
I think that if you're a swinger, you're not being incognito about it.
You think?
Most people are probably being loud and proud, or you're going to swinger conventions in other states.
Wow, that's really interesting. Well, who knows? There might very well be a swinging community closer to home than you think.
I'm so excited to learn more about this off mic. Invite me to the next party, please.
Dude, you would have had a field day.
So then too, like poking the bear, like just antagonizing the situation.
I literally would have lost my shit if you were there, because there was like one person that came up to Mike and I, separate from that human, and goes, how long have you guys been together? You guys seem like you're such like a nice, happy couple. You must have a really good sex life.
Oh my God, you were at a swingers party and you didn't know it.
And I look at Mike, and Mike goes, what? And she said it again. And so, no, I said, oh, Mike, to make it less awkward. I go, oh, Mike, she says that we're such a nice couple. Aw. And she goes, yeah, and you probably have a really nice sex life. I'm like, now you're going to go like double down, say it twice. I'm trying to save you from yourself.
She's trying to open up the conversation to talk about sex.
I was like, oh my, and then I was like, Mike, and he just like laughed and then walked away.
I feel like nothing fun has happened to me like that in a while. I'm very sad. I'm very envious at this moment. My life is boring. Like, fuck my high, fuck my low, because it's so stupid.
And I love that, because my life is actually like quite boring. So this is the one thing I got. It's going to hold me over for at least 2 years.
Okay, well, good.
Oh my God, it's so funny.
Oh my God. Well, yeah, that's amazing. I love that story. I feel like you should have started with that, because I could have gone on for like 3 hours talking about this.
Oh, well, here's a funny part about it. We all get home that night, and me and one of my friends are like talking about it, and they're like, oh yeah, he mentioned that he had seen us on like the Santa Claus trolley way back when. So you know me and how many pictures and videos I take. So I go through my pictures and videos, and I'm like, no, there was a trolley. I know every single person that was on that trolley. And I was like, oh, it was that like guy that I thought was a doctor, and his son goes on the bus with my son. And my son that night of the trolley was like, Mommy, there's my best friend from school, so-and-so. So I'm like, oh my God. My little guy's only buddy at school, the one guy he talks about.
Like, you are never going over to their house ever again.
Ever. Well, we're not that close if we've done play dates or anything like that. I don't even know where they live. But like, he talks about him. Oh, my friend on the bus. He's 4. So like, I'm busy with the older kids. You don't put friends
okay.
at least until you're in first grade.
One of the older kids.
No. So yeah, I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is really hitting home for me.
All right. Well, if you guys want to make me more jealous and you have a swinger story, please message us and let us know, because now I'm like back on the swinger train. I mean, not that I'm sitting back on the swinger train, but
Jay, watch out. Danielle just put it out. Where's your pineapples?
Oh, they're all in my window.
Like, we're just asking people to come in the house?
People think so. I think when people first meet me and they come to my house and they're like,
loud and proud, baby.
What's up with all the pineapples?
Like, you just love it. Yeah. You just love the way it looks because your favorite color is yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I liked pineapples too. When we first moved here, I had a pineapple that had the letter K on it, and it was like a door wreath hanger from Kirkland's. So I had it out, and then
that's why. That means you're a swinger, especially if you're a door knocker.
Yeah, so I literally, when I heard it years and years ago, I was like, oh my gosh, I moved to a new neighborhood. I put a pineapple on my door. Horrible. So yeah, that happened. What's your high lately?
Legit, I just everything just fell out of my brain because I'm so engulfed with the story. So, you know what my high is? My high is just I'm gonna make the rest of this week the best week ever. I'm just gonna do it. I think I'm gonna just try to find the highest of highs.
Yes,
and especially since the weather is supposed to turn and be nice, so we're just gonna stay high
all the time. Love that.
Yeah, no, my high was it was literally the event. I love the emotional hangover. I loved all the people that showed up for us. Mm-hmm. Life is busy, and people make excuses not to do things, and a lot of people don't make excuses to do things. So the fact that everyone did it, especially it was cold as balls and 7:00 at night on a Thursday, I just appreciate it because I like to do things and I like to show up for people. I don't expect people to do the same for me, but when they do, it feels amazing.
That's really sweet. I do expect people to do the same for me. I'm like, F them all when they don't.
Yeah. And
no, it was an amazing event, an amazing turnout. And it made me realize like how special this is that we get to do this with each other. And that we have some sort of way of bringing maybe a little bit of laughter and connection to the world and reminding people that we are real and we mess up and we're okay with it and we are opposites, and that, you can be okay with people that don't think exactly like you all the time. And
it's okay to have a conversation about it, and it's okay not to agree. Mm-hmm. There was another point. You were saying something.
And if you want to be a swinger, I mean,
more power to you. We're going to keep being us so you can keep being Oh, no. Anyways, yeah, I don't even know if I have, I think maybe just a low. I'm tired. I'm just tired.
So tired. Are you going out are we going to dinner tonight?
I don't know yet. I don't know if I think any more coffee.
Yeah. I could get a nap. I could take a little nappy nap.
Well, guys, I hope you search high and low for your highs and lows and stick with us on that.
I love that.
Yeah,
that's catchy.
Write it down. That'll go on the next t-shirt.
Search high and low for your highs and lows. That's what life is all about.
It is. Yeah. Oh, well, let's not search for the lows, I guess. Just try to find your high and your low. High in your low.
Ooh, yeah. You know what? We're going to tweak it a little bit until it's perfect.
Yeah, until it's perfect. We're still working.
Work in progress.
Aren't we all? So again, thank you again for listening. I hope maybe today we had a couple new listeners that found us through our event or through friends who showed up at the event that are now wanting to share our podcast a little bit more. But again, we appreciate you, and we're going to keep being us so you can keep being you. See you later.
Bye.